Welcome back to Simply Fujica, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. I want to thank you all for stopping on by and continuing to choose to watch my videos. You all don't know how much I appreciate the support. If you are new to this channel, I definitely wanted to welcome you. So in today's video, I would say the number one question that I get outside of is this business profitable is how do I find my clients? And so I understand. Listen, you don't have an agency if you don't have clients. However, before we even get started in the video, I want to share something with you. Clients that I see that are being very successful in their agency, those are the clients that are hustling. They're getting out there, they're getting their agency out there, they're building their websites, they're sounding the alarm. You guys have heard me say that over the years. They are sounding the alarm that their agency is open, right? So that means constantly there's a plan of where I'm dropping a flyer, where I'm placing a phone call. There's some type of action plan to ensure that they are spreading the message, but also making the attempt to contact potential clients. So I want to share that with you. I too have made the mistake. I remember getting licensed, and somehow in my mind, subconsciously, I was thinking, I'm licensed now. The clients are going to roll in. How are they going to roll in if they don't know about you? So you really have to put yourself in front of your potential clients and really convert those phone calls, those people who are calling you and inquiring into your services. You have got to convert those inquiries into clients. That is how you're going to be successful, and there's no way around it. Okay, so I wanted to start the video with that. You have got to hustle. You have got, listen, this is not for a person, if you're sensitive, if your feelings are going to get too hurt because you get 2 or 3 people that hang up on you, listen, you are the CEO of your organization. You are the chief marketing officer. You are the chief business development officer. It all lies on you, right? So you want to make sure that you are aggressive. You got to make sure this is the one time that it is okay to be aggressive, is when it comes to the success of your business. Get out there. You can do it. You can do it, okay? So I wanted to just start that video with setting the tone and letting you know it really comes down to you and your effort. With that being said, let's get started with our first tip. Okay, the first tip on how, and I've kind of already started saying this, but the first tip on how people are going to get to know about you and your agency is word of mouth. So you'd be surprised just in common conversation that when you say, hey, I have opened my agency, we are now licensed and ready to go, you'd be surprised you're telling your friend, and that friend has a sister or a cousin whose aunt, whose nephew is looking for care, right? So it's upfront, it's making sure that you're spreading the word, but it's also as you have clients, it's your clients that are telling. Remember, when people have positive stories, they're sharing them, right? They're starting to have conversations with their loved ones, with their friends. And those people, as they need care, as they start looking for someone to help take care of their loved one, they're going to think back to that conversation they had with your client that's had a good experience. Hey, didn't you say that you're really happy with the people that are caring for your mom? Who is that again? Do you have a number for them? See, like, that's how that works. But remember, conversely, there's another side of the same coin, which is if they're not receiving good service from your agency, how many people are they going to tell about that as well, right? So you want to make sure that anyone that you speak to, anyone that you come into contact with, and definitely your inner circle, they all know you're in business. And then the other coin of that is, as clients are telling you, thank you so much, you're a lifesaver, you provide the best service. Thank you, Mrs. Polino, for saying that. And don't forget to mention us if you hear of someone who's looking for that care. It's as simple as that, right? You're always, regardless of what's happening in the situation, you always have your business as front of mind, right? You're always thinking about your business and growing it. That's really how your conversation should go. But word of mouth, hands down, is the best way. and probably the biggest way that you're going to be getting your clients. The second tip that I have for you is your community. As you get larger and the funds are there, I would definitely invest in a community relations manager, even if it's just part-time, because it is so important to understand what's going on in your community, especially in your service area. Because as they have events that your potential clients are, you want to be there. At least someone from your agency should be representing there. So, this is where you have your nice little tchotchkes, nice little things with your names on them, maybe t-shirts, maybe pens, whatever the case may be. But it's just whenever your client, wherever your potential clients are in the community, you should have a presence there. And so until you have a community relations specialist, manager, whatever you call it, that person is you. What are some events that are going on in your city? Definitely sign up for your city calendars. Definitely Google what events are going on near you. Definitely have a search. Like for me, I'm always looking for entrepreneur conferences. I'm always looking for business conferences, leadership conferences. And so now I have that set up to, as more events are coming up near me, I get some type of message, I get some type of alert. In the same vein, you can set up some type of reminder for you or some type of alert for you as community events start coming up in your community. Now, initially, because like for me, you really don't know what you're experiencing until you start getting those experiences, right? So for me, I was just an attendee at first. I was just checking those out. How many people are actually coming to these events? Who's signing up? Who's walking around and actually going to tables to get that experience or whatever the case may be? So you go there as a spectator. You're there to learn. And as you're learning, you should be taking notes. What am I going to do for my agency? What is the experience that someone coming to my table, what are they going to experience, right? So these are the types of questions you want to ask yourself so that when you get in the community and people come by your table, what is your pitch? What are you telling them? What's the advantage of working with you, right? What are some things you can give them? Does your table have a banner? I will share with you kind of a little bit of a horror story for me because I really was trying to rush and just get it done real quick. I remember we were going to be, we were an employer at a job fair, and I had ordered a banner for my table, kind of like a table skirt. Well, I thought it was going to be a table skirt. I get in the mail this little, it almost looked like a placemat. I was horrified, right? But that's kind of what I get for not putting the time and energy into my business. Once you put the time and energy into your business, that's when you start seeing the rewards, okay? But you really got to kind of roll your sleeves up and get in there, all right? So, second tip I have for you, community events. The third tip I have for you is get into those senior living centers. When you think of where your seniors are, when you think of where they are, then it's up to you to get to them. So this is kind of twofold, right? When you think of your seniors, some of them are living in their 55 and over communities. Some of them are in short stay rehabilitation centers. I mean, the list goes on and on, but you want to create that list of those types of facilities in your service area and start calling them, start visiting them. Now, I will tell you, you really want to make a couple of phone calls before you get out on foot. I think I have shared on this channel before, I initially was just trying to get out there and I got a lot of doors shut in my face because a lot of times they don't want just anyone coming to their facility. So it's really making those phone calls and making those connections. And remember, a lot of times when you get someone on the phone, they're not really upfront with providing information. So you really want to make sure you have some type of nice pitch. You want to make sure that you have, I know when I started making phone calls, I had created scripts for myself. And these scripts were down to what if a person says sure, what if a person says no, what if this happens, what if that happens. The fourth and final tip really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone is your online presence. Listen, you have got to have an online presence today if you want to do business with people. And listen, we have all seen businesses that really haven't been too quick to catching on to online and how things work. And those businesses slowly but surely are falling by the wayside. You don't want your business to be one of those. The good thing about it is you kind of get to know a person before you reach out to them based on what you see on Instagram, based on what you see on YouTube and some of the other social media platforms. And so by doing that, you want to make sure that when you get someone's attention, you keep hold of their attention, right? And also, when people get a chance to see you, they feel that they know you. And I know, I'll use myself as an example. When some of you reach out to me, hey, I saw this video on XYZ, and now they have questions as a result of the video. Hey, I saw this tip on Instagram that's not working with my agency. Can you help me with run some other ideas, right? So it's already that built-in communication because this person has already seen what you have to offer. And based on what you're offering on that website, you know, on your Instagram, on your YouTube, that person has decided they want to know more, right? So you just want to make sure that you have a great online presence. I knew this video wouldn't be too long because, again, there's really only so many things you can do. And if you master, you know, don't try to bite the whole apple. Maybe just try to master one or two of these things. And then as you get a process going and built around them, maybe start adding an additional one to ensure that you're meeting your goals. Okay, listen, that is all I have for you all today. Definitely put your comments in the comment section. I will try to answer those as best as I can. If you still feel you need additional help, you can definitely check out my services that I have on simplyfujica.com. You can always email me at simplyfujica@yahoo.com. For those of you who are wanting to know when my next class is, again, it will be Friday, June 7th. I will have the enrollment link in the video description. For those of you who are still looking for licensing guidance, I will make sure that the link to that is also in the video description. If you like today's content, I would appreciate it if you like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I release a new video. That's all I have for you all today. Stay blessed.